Jump on it. Jump on that train. If Luke, Ryan, Dustin, if they are looking at you, you go be with Luke, Ryan, or Dustin right now. Drop everything you were doing. Go be with him. Be with that man. Truly and honestly, for the longest, I didn't even see myself marrying no black man. I see myself with a Caucasian man. I did not see myself with a black man. Black woman, please do not see this. Do not see the white man looking at you as anything that is bad. Because as a black woman who has dated white men, let me tell you something. Those boys, they will treat you as if they owe you. Which they do. They treat you as if they owe you for slavery. And I wish I was playing, but they really do. They treat you as if they literally are trying to repay you. They're saying they're sorry for what their ancestors did to yours. They're repaying you because a white man is going to take care of you. The white man takes care of the black woman. They treat them as if they're literal queens. They do anything you want them to do. And even for the white man, listen to this. Even for the white man to step out with a black woman, now, a black man stepping out with a white woman, it's like, okay, whatever, what's new? But a white man to step out with a black woman, for a white man to go out and say, I'm going to be with this woman, and there's nothing that the society can say to me, white man, y'all are eating. And I want to let the white man know right now, as a woman who has dated some whites, everything that y'all do for us, y'all already know that we're reciprocating it. Y'all already know that it's coming back in tenfold. But the fact, I just want to thank y'all because for the white man to actually step out from a white woman to get with a black, and to go black at that, man, come on now, white man. You cool. I'm clapping for you. White men, they have the power to do different things in this world that a lot of people do not have the power to do. Power or the privilege. That's the key word. Privilege. They do not have the privilege to do. They do not have the privilege of a white man. Do whatever you need to do for that white man because, baby, let me tell you something. And 9 times out of 10, the main difference I've seen between black and white men is black men, they really don't be emotionally, financially, like mentally, they be all like missing those areas. It be like unstableness, like they just don't be knowing what's going on. They're not good with finances. They're used to people babying them. They're used to people like just doing for them, like handicapping them, crippling them, like literally making them crippled. Like that's what they're used to. They're used to people just kind of catering for them. But they really don't have the big things that are important. They don't have them figured out. But a white man, as soon as Dustin get out of high school, that boy got a trust fund set up. A trust fund. He got money set up. So if you are a black woman and a white man is looking at you, you jump on that white man. You jump on that white man. Because let me tell you something. Me personally, I'm still looking for me a Luke. I'm still looking for me a Dustin. I'm still looking for me a Ryan. I'm still looking for one. And the reason being is because I understood black men, they don't be having it all together. They don't. They're really good for sex. That's good. Yeah, I give them an A+. But as far as everything else goes, it's kind of like a lot of them, they don't check those boxes. But man, they're going to check those boxes. And if they don't check them today, as a black woman, all you have to do is put it in their ear. And you know what? They're going to find out who they need to talk to. They'll have their lawyer on the phone right now. And they'll have that shit set up. They'll have it set up. That's the privilege. The white man privilege. The white man privilege. It will rub off on you simply because you are with the man. I'm just saying for the black woman, if a white man is looking at you, get up and get up on it, because that white man can take you further than a black man has ever taken you. So if you have a white man laid up in your bed, or a white man claiming you publicly or in general, take care of that white man. Do what you need to do for that white man. Yes, jump on it. Jump on that train. If Luke, Ryan, Dustin, if they are looking at you, you go be with Luke, Ryan, or Dustin right now. Drop everything you were doing. Go be with him. Be with that man. Truly and honestly, for the longest, I didn't even see myself marrying no black man. I see myself with a Caucasian man. I did not see myself with a black man. Black woman, please do not see that.
All
right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching His word in truth and sincerity, and to you ribs, to you sisters out there, learning in silence and staying in order. Right, as we saw this desperate woman trying to get out of trying to release some curses, man. Right, she's trying to get out of the curses of Deuteronomy 28 by going to the Gentiles, going to Egypt for help. Right, Isaiah 30. Matter of fact, let's just read it. So like Isaiah, it's Isaiah 31. Bear with me. Start from verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that take counsel, but not of me. Right? Because we are instructed by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to not love money and the riches of this world, right? Over the riches that are in the scriptures, right? Because Esau's strength, right? And Esau's God is mammon, is profit, and they get it through by means of violence, deceit, and all these other things. And you're attracted to that. You're trying to go to that in order to alleviate the curses, which sounds crazy to me, right? Woe to the rebellious children that said, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Right? For this is the same reason that the Lord told us not to marry other nations, like specifically some of the Hamitic tribes, because they will turn our heart away. Right? And this is what she's doing. She's going to another nation in order to better herself, not knowing that by doing so, you may be pushed further and further from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? Verse 2, that walk to go down to Egypt, right? This is modern day Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Pharaoh, right? Because this place getting ready to go down, man, and you going down to Egypt for help. Right, verse 3. Therefore, shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, right? Because scriptures say that, hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So now you join hands with this person to alleviate. So if you're going to get the same damn missiles as this damn Edomite, right? Therefore, shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right? You're not going to know where to go. When the famine of the word comes, man, you're not going to know where to search. Right? Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. And that word woe, right? When we go into the etymology of that word woe, right? It's hoyi. Hoyi, right? Let's go to the root word. Salakia. I'm not sure where I'm trying to get with that. I can't get it correctly right now, Salakia. But woe is another word for destruction. Right? It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, right? You got like that Lamborghini, you like that shiny car, that nice chain, that house, that good credit that man got, right? Right? It says, woe to them that go to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, right? Because they got many monies, many credits, right? Many privileges, she says, right? It says, in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, and neither seek the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? Because her mindset is set on mammon. See? This is an evil work, man. You putting your trust in Egypt, man, you're going to get the same plagues. Right? Because this woman said something about black men. She said that, they can't really, they don't got privilege. They can't really take care of you, right? The black woman has a lot more advantages than a man does, than a Jake does in Babylon. So what happens, right, with the systematic removal of the fathers out of the household and making it harder for a man to be a man, a Jake man to be a man, then Eve with all the privilege she gets from her baby daddy from previous marriages, doesn't have to pay as much rent. So she has an advantage in a house that she's getting paid for by the system, by Egypt. So then when she gets a new man, if she get if she caught a so-called black man or a Latino man, she would have to maintain him, right? And that's what they don't want. This is what this woman's mindset is. She's tired of it, that a black man can't do nothing for her in this captivity, right? Which basically fulfills scriptures, right? If we look at the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 22, it says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, right? This woman was angry and she was proud, and she was saying that, man, if Dustin, knocking on my door, I'm opening it, quickly, but she's tired. She says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Right? And these type of women destroy the men, their ego. You see what I'm saying? Because these men go a lot for these women. Right? And they're destroyed by these women. Verse 23, a wicked woman abateth the courage, right? This woman beats the man down to a point where the man's like, she got a stronghold on him because he got nowhere to go. You see, this woman got up on her, so she gets super disrespectful, and her mouth gets crazy because she got that advantage. So she oppresses the man harder and more. Right? It says, maketh in heavy countenance in a wounded heart. This man is literally, this is why men die, sooner, especially Jake. See what I'm saying? When they're in these positions, when they put all their strength into a woman, it destroys kings. It says, it maketh a heavy countenance in a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Right? This man's dragging ass, dragging feet because, he ain't got no respect for himself because he's at the bottom of the bottom, and this woman just doesn't help. This is a wicked woman, obviously. This is why she wants Esau. And the Lord got something special for you all. And I'm talking about these women that think this way. Not all Jake women are like that. This is the book of First Ezra chapter 8. I'm going to start at verse 70. For both they and their sons have married with their daughters, right? Let's talk about Jake men married with other nations' women, right? Now, the downside of doing something like that is that these women usually, like I said, have a stronghold in your heart and turneth away the hearts of men to join other gods. See, that's why that Jake woman can easily do that, because these women are wicked, got no counsel, and they move like that. Jake women move like that, man. But this is even the men that join onto the other nations, they're susceptible to these things because these women, somehow, some way, get a hold of their hearts, man. It says, for both their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity. And as soon as I had heard these things, I rent my clothes. So, Ezra's talking about that he was displeased with these things, man. And the reason why is because one of our greatest kings, Solomon, had the same issue. He had it all, right? He had many women, and then what happened? The turned away his heart. Matter of fact, let's get it. 1 Kings 11. Verse 4, well, start at 3. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. Right? That's what happens. It says, for it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods. You see, Esau's god is Mammon. Right? And his heart was not perfect with the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, his power, and was the heart of David's father. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Amorites. Man, that's heavy, man. And it's sad, man, because Solomon was a powerful king. See, if even he is susceptible to these things, how much more lesser men, especially in this queendom, right? Let me see something real quick, because I forgot exactly what this precept was in Matthews. Let me see something. Here it is. Start at verse 21. Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, right? So if you treasure these women, that's where your heart's gonna be. Your mind's gonna be into pleasing this woman. And this is what happens. Or this woman, your heart, this woman that she's talking on the video, her heart is on what? Money, luxury, having a better life. Herself, basically. Self-worship to the goddess of Mammon, right? To the god of Mammon. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. See, these women gotta get right, man. This is why we shouldn't worry about these type of worldly riches. So that's why it says in verse 19, it says, lay up not yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust does not corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal, right? So these scriptures is a treasure unto us, man. This is what you should be focused on. This Jake woman, man. Don't even know we at the end of this. Right? Because basically, it's not, a lot of our forefathers did intermarry with other women, but they didn't go off. Right? The reason why we shouldn't intermingle is so we don't go off. Right? So we don't put all our mind and strength into other women. See? And that's why Ezra's was tight, man. They said this is an iniquity. Why? Because we find it in the law. Right? It says, well, this is pertaining to the Hamitic tribes, by the way, just to make it real clear. It says here, let's see, which verse was it on? It was... What was it? Oh, here it is. Deuteronomy 7:16, and thou shalt consume all the people which Yahweh Hashem Yahushai thy God shall deliver thee, right? So if we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord will remove these curses, right? This woman is trying to marry Edomite just so she could try to remove the curses. But knowing that, we have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you know what I'm saying, in order to prove our faith, in order to be even eligible for salvation, to then get the riches that we want to get, right? So start from the top, and thou shalt consume all the people, right? If we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, if we make it towards the end and we are the elect, right? Lord willing, says that thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai thy God shall deliver thee, right? If we keep these things, it says, thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, right? We're not going to worry about, cracking them over the head or all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? Because we know who they really are. The man of sin have been already revealed, right? It says, thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, right? Like Mammon, you see? And it says, for that will be a snare unto thee, right? Because these gods are nothing but snare unto us. You see? You think you're getting further and further away from the curses, but you actually making yourself more a bondage. If you look at, for example, Halle Berry, who was a rich black woman who didn't need a man, and she had a man who, I believe she was I believe he was wealthy too. They were divorced. He was calling her all type of N-words. You see, you can't escape the curses just because you have money, right? You think, but it ain't like that. And that's what these women don't understand, man. It's real simple, man. Just come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and focus what's important. All right. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.